Hi guys, it's just Damien. So I'm just going to film this quick presentation for you here. Just literally just going to run through a quick 10-step checklist to help you achieve your goals. And as you probably know, you may have heard it before, my catchphrase is, it's easy when you know how. So this is me. This is also me. So the reason I put this in here is basically to show that, I am normal, I am human, I'm just like anybody else. I do go off the rails myself occasionally, and this is when I let myself get out of shape a little bit, and I decided enough was enough. The picture on the left, week 0, I actually had my suit pants on, and I don't often wear a suit, but I needed to wear them for a funeral, so I put them on and they were too tight, they wouldn't fit, and it was at that time obviously I realised that enough was enough and I needed to kick myself into shape. So I did, and I only had a couple of weeks before we went away on holiday, and that's what I did. I took a before picture, I posted it on Facebook. I literally named and shamed myself for accountability more than anything, and I'm not suggesting you should do that, but if you've got the balls and the bottle to do it, then why not? Because it's going to hold you accountable and help you kick on and make sure that you're going to stay on track. But again, I will reiterate that I'm not expecting anybody should do that. It's just how my mind works. If I back myself into a corner, then I know I've got to do something. So that was my progress results after 3 weeks. And the reason for showing this basically is I've had a lot of people asking me over time, how did I get such good results? Now, I must also say here as well that even though I've got a good transformation, even the picture week 3 isn't actually my best shape, but the transformation that I managed in 3 weeks was pretty good. And there's a lot of people asking a lot of questions on how I've done it, and what was the secret. So basically, my answer to that is I just followed exactly what I would tell anybody else to do. Simple as that. And I'm just going to run through some of those things for you right now. So if you stick to them, and you don't mess about, and you're going to get stuck in, then you'll get results. It's as simple as that. And that is why I say that it's easy when you know how. You just have to be committed, and you just have to be consistent. Okay, so your 10-step checklist then. Number 1, these are all the basics, and let's keep it very simple because it doesn't need to be complicated. Step 1 is basically just eat. Make sure that you're eating at least 3 square meals. And they need to be high protein meals, and you need to ditch the snacking if possible. But I'll touch on that again a bit later on. So we're talking 3 high protein meals. So that might be chicken, eggs, fish, meat, protein, protein powders, anything like that. Okay, you need to be getting at least 3 meals based around protein. Next one, we need to be cutting sugar out of the diet as much as possible. Sugar is so bad for the body, it's ridiculous. It tastes so good, it's addictive. But obviously, while we're trying to achieve a goal, achieve a result, then we need to be kicking it to the curb. And I'll help you as time goes on with cravings and such things like that. So we should probably try and remove fruit as well for the first 7 days. But what we will do is leave in there low sugar fruits such as berries. So we just want to try this out for 7 days for yourself. And then you'll probably want to continue it beyond that. You basically want to be cutting out fruit juices, cans of pop, etc., because they're all loaded with sugar. So there's just this stuff should really be non-negotiable. But I will reiterate again that we're not expecting anyone to be perfect. If you can just be that little bit better every single day, then you're going to make progress. If you're like me and you're a bit all or nothing and you want the best results in the fastest time, then hit it head on 100% for as long as you possibly can. And basically what we're suggesting here is to do it for a minimum of 12 days. Step 3, green veggies are the key to helping anybody lose weight. They contain something called indole 3-carbinol, which binds to estrogen and helps to get rid of body fat. So we're looking at basically protein, loads of veggies, and healthy fats. So unlimited amount of green veggies, eat them with every meal. Step 4 is eat smart fats, such as avocados. Coconut oil is brilliant. That's probably the best thing for cooking with. A small handful of nuts, maybe as a snack or with each meal to help you get your fats in. Olive oil is great for dressings, okay? Dressings and salads and stuff like that. Number 5, this is probably the big one that's going to probably have everybody crying in the breakfast maybe, is to avoid booze. It's as simple as this, guys. Booze has no positive effect on the body. You might have a good night out once in a while and it might make you feel good, but it's generally not going to help you get the results that you want. So we need to be kicking that to the curb, especially for the first 14 days, and especially for this program. We need to be reducing stress as much as possible. So things like you could try some meditation, you could try some yoga, maybe go for a massage, anything that's going to help you chill out. Maybe get outside for a walk, maybe 20 minutes a day. Do some exercise, but also try and switch off as well. So try and switch the TV off maybe an hour before you go to bed and actually do some reading or something like that, and ditch the phone an hour before you go to bed. So no electrical appliances about an hour before you go to bed. That will help you to relax and to de-stress, and it will also help with reducing body fat. Number 7 is drink 2 to 3 litres of water a day. Goes without saying that we should. Everybody should drink water. You've probably heard it 1,000 times, but then I'll ask you the question of, how much water do you actually drink, or what have you drunk today? And everybody says, oh well, yeah, maybe I've not drunk enough water. So we need to be getting that in, 2 to 3 litres of water a day. If your body is slightly dehydrated, then it's tough. You're just not going to give up body fat. So we need to be flushing the toxins out of the system. Number 8, kick the processed foods out of the diet and make sure that you're cooking everything from scratch. This should go without saying. We know the difference between eating a Mars bar and an apple. So we need to be kicking out the crap basically and just eating more real food and making sure that we're cooking it from scratch. Yes, it might take you a little longer to cook and prepare and stuff like that, but if it's the difference between you feeling good and looking good as opposed to feeling crap, then it's got to be done. Simple as that. Number 9, get some good quality sleep. Make sure you, like I said before, turn off all mobile devices, put everything on standby or turn it off, and make sure that you're sleeping in a super dark room. This is going to help you sleep better, which in turn, as I said before, will help to reduce cortisol and help you to cut back on body fat. The more rest we get, the more relaxed we are, the better sleep we get, then the better our results are going to be. It's as simple as that. So we need to be aiming for about between 6 to 8 hours a night, realistically, if you can. But we're aiming for good quality sleep. So if you need to try and get naps in and stuff like that, it will actually help. So do as best you can. And the last one, we need to be eliminating low-fat products. So don't be drawn into the low-fat products thinking that this is better for you, because it's not. So if we're going to have basically, let me just reiterate. So we're cutting out low-fat products because they will usually have the good stuff taken out and bad stuff put in. For instance, sweeteners or sweetener or sugar or even salt or something like that. So we want to be avoiding that because they're not. They will be more toxic to the body and harder to digest. So if they've had the good stuff taken out, which is usually the probiotics, that usually makes things easier to digest. So we're mainly talking about dairy products and stuff like that here. But if you can get, if you must have anything, make sure you're getting full fat versions of anything. So make sure it's full fat Greek yogurt, for instance, or full fat hummus if you're going to have that as a snack. And that's pretty much it, guys. Take action with these steps and I'm sure you'll be well on your way to getting results. If you've got any questions or anything like that, post them in the group. Cheers. Bye bye.